I mean, at Berenberg, we are very optimistic for the French economy. We are even more optimistic about the French central bank. We forecast that GDP growth could reach 6.4% this year. We see that regarding domestic demand, export, but also a lot of savings, companies are in very good shape. So we clearly think that the French economy is on track for higher trend growth in the coming years. And that's why we have called, this is a big call clearly, that France is heading toward a golden decade. It has been delayed due to the pandemic, but we are still very optimistic for the French economy, and we are clearly thinking that the French economy will perform very well in the coming years and will increase. The GDP will be much higher, probably still in 2022, 2023, because reforms that has been implemented over the past 3-4 years will have a very positive impact on the French economy.
Christopher, thinking back to the last election in France, Emmanuel Macron promised a big journey on the economy, reforms that were going to take place in the backdrop that would spur growth. And of course, we saw yellow vest protests early on during his tenure. And then we've had a pandemic that France has weathered along with the rest of the world. What type of recovery does Emmanuel Macron need to see to try and ward off challenger Marine Le Pen?
Well, this is always the same issue with the French economy. If you have higher unemployment, it will be very challenging for the incumbent president to be re-elected. And we have seen the same situation with former President François Hollande. So what we will need to track in the coming month is that if unemployment will increase. So far, unemployment remained quite low, mostly due to the fact that the government has implemented a lot of measures in order to limit the impact of the pandemic on unemployment and also on the bankruptcies. But we need to be very careful regarding what's going to happen. The problem with French citizens is that they are usually quite pessimistic. The latest data published by the French National Statistics Agency show that a lot of French people consider that unemployment will increase quite fast and quite sharply in the coming 12 months. If you expect unemployment will increase, obviously you won't want to spend, so you will save a lot of money, and it will be negative for the economy overall. So I think what's going to be very crucial for the government and for Emmanuel Macron to be re-elected is that to avoid a sharp increase in unemployment, which means that basically all the measures that have been introduced over the past year, they will need to be extended at least until the end of 2021 or probably beginning of 2022. The biggest challenge is to avoid unemployment to increase, and obviously to avoid that we face a wave of bankruptcies in the French economy.